Hey guys, Toronto Beatcook here. I'm gonna go over the instrumental remake to Gotti's Heaven on Earth that I did. Show you guys how to do it yourselves. I'm doing it in Machine, but you can really do what I'm doing in any DAW. Like Machine's not even a DAW, so if I can do it in Machine, you can transfer this over to FL Studio, Ableton, whatever you're using. It's a pretty simple beat. There's only two parts to it. And then they kind of just repeat over and over again. So I'll show you those two parts and then how I arranged it and go from there, I guess. So I'll start by playing it through for you guys actually, and then just the two parts over, and then we'll get into how it's put together and all that. Oops, sorry. There we go. So it's 168 BPM, keys D minor, that's pretty much it. I think there's one spot where the 808 and the horns and the analog all play at once. Other than that, it's all really the same thing. So like I said, 168 BPM, keys D minor. That's going to mean that we're going to have one flat. That's going to be B flat, which is being played by this horn and the analog bass here. So the horn is just a sample of a horn. I'll let you look at the wave there it is. I don't know where I got it from. I think it might be included in Machine. I'm not 100%, but I'll include a link with that in the description. So remember to download that. A little bit of reverb on it. There we go. Sorry about that. So the notes that it's playing is C, C, B, B flat, A. It's actually one octave lower than it, but then you kind of just repeat that over and over. I think I actually started with the bass, but you can start with whatever. There's the notes right there, but if you wanted to play it in, it would sound something like. See, so with the BPM so fast, it's a lot easier, I find, to bring the tempo down, bring it down to like 120 or something. So then it makes it a lot easier to play. So I'm not the best keys player, but you get the gist of it. You can edit that and fix it yourself. But you'll end up with that. And then you can bring the BPM back up. It just makes it easier because fast songs like that, like, I'm not playing that quick. And then you can pretty much just copy and paste that over to the bass. This bass is a massive preset actually that I just found, and I thought it sounded perfect for it really. So I did add a little bit of like effects to it. I took out the really lows so it doesn't clash with the, like, this isn't really a bass, it's more just an additive bass, adding to the 808 and stuff. The 808's not there yet, but when it is, it'll kind of fill out the whole track, so I didn't want it to clash with that. A little bit of saturation. Oxford inflator is a good saturator, or you can use the one that's in Machine. It's really the same stuff. Then compressed it, but this is playing the exact same notes as the horn. And then we also have this crash on the one. And that's pretty much all there is to the little intro there. So you'll see that I have this crash on its own group, and that's because one, I have to use it in places where the drums aren't hitting. I did have it on this kit, but I ended up moving it over because it's easier to lay out a machine like that. And it's also easier to kind of split it up. Like I can have it hitting, I only wanted it hitting once every 4 bars or 8 bars, you know what I mean? So it's easier to lay it out like that in machine. And then we have the drums coming in. It's actually just the same thing throughout the entire song. They don't change up at all. I'm just copying the way that Gotti's was made, so it's not, I don't know how I would do it, but again, simplicity, guys. Like, it's really all that matters. So we'll start with the hi-hat, 8th notes, really simple. In machine it's even easier because you can just literally just hold it like that. Nothing with the velocity, no panning or anything. And we got a simple clap on the 3s. Again, really simple. An open hat just before the 3rd bar. And then this wood block that's kind of keeping, making the drums not sound so, just kind of boring, I guess. But yeah, you got 2 notes there. The notes are going to be, I'm pretty sure they're A and, no, sorry, they're B and G notes that I'm using, which doesn't really make sense with the key that we're in, but this thing might not be tuned properly either, so I just thought it sounded good. So then bring it in with the everything else. Again, the same pattern. And here's where the 808 comes in. And we're going to take away the horn as well. We're going to have the analog, again, playing with this 808. So that's why we kind of took out the really low end, because this is what's going to fill up the low end of the actual beat. And with the 808, it's just a simple 808 sample I have, and added some EQ just to take out a little bit of the higher portion because I don't want it to clash again with that analog bass. Boosted the lows a little bit. Camel Crusher to make it loud. It's the best DST for that shit. And then compressed a little bit. And then again, we got this crash on the ones. That's pretty much consistent throughout the entire beat, is crash on the 1 of every 8 bars. With this drum pattern going on, same drum pattern. So yeah, that's the first verse here. We do have a little transition here where bass is just kind of, all you're doing is cutting out the second portion of it. It just goes dan, dan, dan. And you don't even have to change the drum pattern, you just have to cut it down to a single bar in this scene, and then right into the next portion where the horns come back. This part, we're going to take the bass out. It's going to come back, and we're going to have everything all at once. I think I might have forgotten to go over this 808, the notes. Notes are going to be, notes is going to be C and A. So it's going to be C, C, A, C, C, A, all the way through. Really simple. It's a super simple beat, as most of the bangers are. So I think that's most of what there is to it. It's just kind of adding and subtracting different parts to it. And, that's how the whole beat goes. Again, I just listened to the beat over and over again as I was making it, trying to make it as accurate as possible. So yeah, make sure to download the files and let me know how you made it, if this helped you out at all. And leave a comment, let me know any other beats you'd like to remake. I can show you how to remake them and whatnot, and we'll have some fun. Subscribe and leave a like and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.